What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Kari here, back again with another video. So let's get into today's topic. Alright guys, so today I'm going to be talking to you about the least and most powerful passports in the world. So I saw this very cool article today while I was scrolling on Instagram, and it had a link to Bloomberg. So I clicked on the link and I started reading the article. I thought it was a cool subject to make a video on. A lot of people that watch my channel love to travel. I love to travel. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic, I haven't been able to travel that much in the past 2 years, but hopefully we'll be changing that soon. So I found this article. It's on Bloomberg. It's titled, "These are the world's most and least powerful passports." It's very interesting to think that some people in the world cannot go to as many countries as the next person, and it all depends on your passport. So yeah, on the article they have a nice picture of a Japanese passport, which looks very cool. So let's get into the article and kind of read through it and see what they're talking about here. So the article starts off by saying Japan, Singapore, and South Korea have the most powerful passports as the world continues to recover from COVID-19, reversing pre-pandemic rankings that were dominated by European nations. A Japanese passport provides hassle-free entry to 193 countries, one more than those from Singapore and South Korea. According to the latest Henley Passport Index from Henley & Partners Immigration Consultancy, Russian travel documents are ranked 50th, giving easy access to 119 nations. China placed 69th with access to 80 countries. India's passport ranked 87th, and Afghanistan's passports is the least useful, getting the holder into only 127 countries. Wow. Okay, so they have a chart to show, the first 10 or so countries. So it goes Japan, Singapore, South Korea, Germany, Spain, Finland, Italy, Luxembourg, Austria, Denmark. So those are the best passports to have. But let's continue reading. The recovery and reclamation of our travel freedoms and our innate instinct to move and migrate will take time, Henley & Partners Chairman Christian Kalin said in a statement. As recently as 2017, Asian countries barely featured among the world's 10 most accepted passports, according to the index. Europe's dominance has gradually eased, and Germany now trails South Korea. The UK is 6th with access to 187 countries, while the US is 7th with a score of 186, the latest ranking shows. So all my people from the USA, like me, we can go to 186 different countries with our passport, and we rank 7th in the grand scheme of things worldwide. The index, which uses 17 years of data, helps wealthy individuals and governments assess the value of citizenship around the world, based on which passports offer the most prolific visa-free or visa-on-arrival access. Still, with global travel yet to fully recover from COVID restrictions, the index offers only a notional snapshot of the best documents to hold as the world emerges from the pandemic. Cool. I think that's the end of the article. They give us a pretty cool little heat map to show, as a representation of visually of how the passports rank across the world. So you can see up in North America, Canada, the US are super dark orange. So is Europe, super dark orange. Australia is very dark. New Zealand, Japan, South Korea, Dubai, if you could sneak in there and see, Dubai is pretty dark as well. And then the rest of the world, it starts to lighten up a little bit. You could see Mexico is a tad bit lighter than the US. Brazil is not far behind, Argentina, Chile, and then you can see Colombia is orange, but they're not super orange. So let's take a look into the actual full list. So I'm gonna go up and click on the link to Henley Passport Index, which is where Bloomberg got their information for this article. And I'm just curious, I wanna go and take a look and see where Colombia ranks. So we could scroll down here. We see Colombia ranks number 41. So Colombians have access to 132 different countries. I hope this has been updated to include the UK and whatnot, because I know recently I just did a video about Colombian people being able to travel to the UK visa free. If we look and see the US, let's see who's right around the US. So the US is surrounded by Switzerland, Norway, New Zealand, Belgium, Australia, Canada, Czech Republic, Greece. So, you know, we're in pretty good company. There's a lot of ties on this list. So like even for like ranked number 2, Singapore and South Korea are ranked number 2 because they have the same amount of countries that you can access with their passport. Germany and Spain are ranked number 3 together. Finland, Italy, and Luxembourg are ranked number 4 together. Austria, Denmark, Netherlands are ranked and Sweden are ranked number 5. France, Ireland, Portugal, United Kingdom are all ranked number 6. And then Belgium, New Zealand, Norway, Switzerland, and the United States are number 7 all together. So very interesting data. And then if we just take a look out of curiosity, I just want to see the bottom of the list. So coming in at the bottom of the list, as they mentioned in the article, is Afghanistan. So people from Afghanistan can go to only 27 countries. Only 27 countries. That's crazy. People from Iraq can only go to 29 countries. Syrians can only go to 30 countries. Pakistan can only go to 32 countries. Yemen, Somalia, 34 and 35 countries. So very few, very limited options, guys, for people that have these passports. And you know, this makes me think of one of my friends, very well known YouTuber, Marwar. I am Marwar. I know he has a Kenyan passport, and he used to always tell me how difficult it was to access new countries. So I'm curious to see where Kenya ranks on the list, and also want to just look at some of the African countries in general and just kind of get a sense of how it is for Africans. So the first African country I see on the list at the bottom is Sudan. They're ranked 103rd with only 42 countries that they can enter. Sri Lanka is in Asia, but it's right above Sudan. They can only go to 42 countries as well. Congo is also ranked 103rd with 42 countries. South Sudan, 101 with 44 countries. Nigeria is ranked 100th with only 46 countries to enter. So it's pretty rough for the Africans. Cameroon is ranked 95th with only 51 countries that they can enter. Egypt, 94th with only 53 countries they can enter. Let's see, I want to find Kenya. All right, shout out to Marwar. I just found Kenya. So Kenya is ranked 76th with 72 countries that you can enter. So compared to Marwar, he used to always tell me like, man, if I had your passport, I'd be already visited 120 countries or something like that, 200 countries. So I believe him, man. Like, given these stats is very limited, and I know a lot of people around the world have a difficult time traveling with their passport. So as Americans, guys, keep in mind that you're super blessed to have that American passport and be able to enter parts of the world without issues. Like I said, for a lot of people, it's very different. They have to apply ahead of time. They have to pay a whole bunch of fees to the government, and they still might not get accepted. And they also encounter a lot of racism when they do go to these countries just because of their passport. So, you know, it's one of, you know, the passport system, I think, is one of those colonial, is one of those systems that has a colonial undertone, that has an undertone of limiting people based on where they're from, which I don't like. I wish everybody had the same, you know, ability to travel freely. Obviously, it poses a lot of complex, you know, issues when it comes to migration and things like that. In America, it's as open as I like to be, being American, it's something that we can't do. If America said, hey, anybody can come to our country, a lot of people will come. Let's just say that, you know, a lot of people will come. It would change the country a lot. You know, people that enjoyed a certain lifestyle in America, that lifestyle wouldn't be the same. Not sure if it'd be better or worse, you know, but A lot of people think it'd be worse, and that's like the general consensus amongst most Americans based on our politics. But you know, I just thought I'd bring this video, something different, something interesting, give you guys an idea of, you know, the power of a passport, what it means to be passport heavy and what it means to be passport light. So passport heavy just means that you have a good passport that can go a lot of places. A light passport is like an Afghani passport that can't go a lot of places. So I'm gonna link the article down in the description. You guys give it a read over. Shout out to Henley and Partners, and shout out to Bloomberg. Okay, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Show your boy some love. Follow me on Instagram at kari.hq and hit me up for your consultations. Guys, thanks for watching, and I'm out. Peace.